Και ο Υπουργός Εξωτερικών της Αιγύπτου, Σαμέχ Σούκρι, μίλησε, κυρίες και κύριοι, για όλα αυτά αποκλειστικά στον Skype. Πάμε να δούμε λοιπόν τι είπε στην Νικολέτα Κρητικού για τις σχέσεις με την Ελλάδα, την επαναπροσέγγιση Καΐρου-Άγκυρας και τα ευρύτερα θέματα που αφορούν την νοτιοανατολική Μεσόγειο.
Greece and Egypt have built upon strategic partnership in many fields. One of the most prominent agreements is the one regarding electrical interconnection. Will this collaboration address energy safety issues in Greece and Europe as a whole?
Absolutely. The objective is to take full advantage of the special and historic relations that exist between Egypt and Greece, the strategic relationship and the level of confidence between the two governments built on a very strong foundation, as I mentioned in the press conference, between the two peoples and the association of whether Greeks who have lived in Egypt or Egyptians who have lived in Greece. This leads us to find new areas of cooperation. And among them is the recognition of the need of new energy sources for Europe, and that Egypt has the resources, has the ability to produce green energy through solar and wind and green hydrogen that can benefit maintaining the equilibrium of the planet, and at the same time providing a diverse power supply to our partners in Europe.
Relations with Turkey ruptured a decade ago, but there seems to be a momentum now of reapproachment. After Mr. Çavuşoğlu's visit to Cairo, you went to Turkey as well after the earthquakes. Did you discuss a roadmap on how you are going to overcome the obstacles, let's say about Libya, and what is the agenda in your forthcoming trip to Turkey? We have begun a process because we saw that there was a desire on the side of Turkey as well as on our side to de-escalate the tensions, and that this course of action is in the best interests of the region, to lessen the tension and to create wider tranquility that can have positive effects on the peoples of the region. This in no way detracts from our special relationships with Greece, which is strategic, which is on a very strong foundation of understanding. And this is not a zero-sum game, but it is important to explore the extent of a change of course, a strategic dimension that can fulfill what we consider the principles upon which benevolent relations can exist, basically non-intervention in the internal affairs and mutual respect and the application of international law, and not to maintain a posture of aggressive posture or an expansionist posture in the region. We have defined the areas that need to be addressed both bilaterally and regionally, and we will continue to explore to what extent we can find areas of convergence that fulfills the expectations of both sides and on the basis of the principles that I've just mentioned. Bilateral relations between Greece and Turkey seemed that they have turned to a new page up until yesterday when Mr. Çavuşoğlu said again we should find a package solution to the International Court of Justice. Was it too good to be true? Well, as they say, the issues are related in the implementation and the consistency, and we hope that all relationships take a turn towards the positive, towards accommodation, towards compromise, towards recognition of interests and the necessity to deal with differences through a political process and to arrive at conclusions that can support and accommodate the interests of both sides in an equitable and fair and just manner. This can have potential benefit for all countries of the region and increasing their cooperation and expanding their areas of trade and investment and contribute to the tranquility and the resolution of other crises in the region through cooperation and through common endeavors. The Libyan delimitation was opposed by both Egypt and Greece for legal purposes.
The Sukhairat Agreement, which brought this government, and the subsequent Libyan National Dialogue, which put in place the government that has maintained the agreement, clearly stipulates that the Sukhairat Agreement did not provide for the transitional government entering into any agreements related to sovereignty.